It's time to start the call.
What's going on, man?
Chris, what's going on, my man? How you doing?
Good, how are you?
I'm good, thanks. First off, thank you for the support. I know you posted the comment on the Instagram post, and just appreciate the support over time, man.
Yeah, of course.
It's awesome. Good stuff, man. So whatever questions you have, feel free to go ahead and ask away.
Like, who or what was your inspiration to actually start on YouTube and, take your story and inspire others?
The reason why I started on YouTube was, I look at it as like just a self-improvement journal, like something to look back on. And my goal wasn't about the reach. It wasn't how many people I can interact with. It was more about just doing this so I had something to look back on. And I realized people, even just one comment, it took one comment saying like, awesome work, great job, this or that. So I would interact back with that person. And I realized like, all right, maybe I can do this. I just started filming a few workout sessions, talking about my diet a little bit, and following grew. Some of the other YouTubers that I watched were kind enough to either shout me out in a video or plug my channel, and it grew from there. And that just kind of inspired me to keep going. The fact that I had the ability to help someone out.
It's awesome. Let's see. This is kind of like what I've been trying to figure out, because I work at a gym, and I have a few other friends who have channels too.
Okay.
With my channel, it's both vlogging and it's both like, sometimes I'll just put like a straight up a workout video and just music over it. But what do you personally think has proven to be like the most optimal video length? Because I've got 5-minute videos, I've got 15-minute videos, but I feel like it'll get to a certain point where it's either too long so people don't have the time to finish, or they just lose like their attention.
Take a look at your analytics. I don't know if you know how to do that, but on YouTube, when you go to your channel and look at the analytics, you can actually view the watch time, how long people are hanging around for your video for. A lot of times you'll actually notice it's probably 2 or 3 minutes, and that's like across the board, and that's pretty common actually. But I would say ask your audience. You're gonna know your audience better than anyone else will, so ask for their feedback. But I would say mix things up. Do your shorter videos. If you can get your point across shorter and you're doing like an informative type video, then make it short, because everyone's attention span nowadays is pretty small. But on top of that, there's just not enough time in a day. I mean, your average person's probably subscribed to 100 channels, and they can't watch all of them, so they're gonna do their best to watch the ones that they gravitate towards most, who they're able to relate to most. So I would say do your shorter videos, do some longer videos, ask for their feedback. But at the same time, I think mixing things up, shorter videos, longer videos, and then see how they respond.
That was gonna be my next question, stay consistent, mix it up.
Mm-hmm.
So now that like YouTube is becoming very saturated, like just like a general, like whatever general advice you had for somebody who's trying to start up, whether that be like fitness, whether it be lifestyle, makeup, automotive, whatever they want.
I would first ask yourself, why are you doing it? I think a lot of people think that that's going to, a lot of people just do it for monetary benefit. They want to make money down the road. I wouldn't say do it for that reason. Do it because you actually want to do it because you're passionate about it. Some people really don't even care to have a huge reach and to have a lot of followers or subscribers. They do it because they love doing it, and it's just cool to create the videos so they can look back on it for themselves. Yeah. My biggest advice, again, is first do it because you want to do it. Maybe you're passionate about it. Second, if your goal is to actually grow the channel, you have to be very patient. I've been doing this for years. I know people who have been doing it for years. I still don't have the biggest following. I mean, there are people who far surpass me who have been doing it for a shorter time than me. So a lot of times it's just who you network with. Just sometimes your video is a hit and that grows your channel. So you can't obviously compare your channel to someone else's channel. And I would say, obviously patience, consistency, and one of the biggest things is interacting with your audience. I mean, I don't care if there's 10 people watching and one person comments, write a comment back to them. You know what I mean? Like, these people are giving you their most valuable thing, and that's their time. So you want to be able to give back. So you create the content for them to consume. They take time out of their day to watch it and go even that extra step and maybe subscribe or write a comment saying that they really want to talk to you or they really like what you're doing. So the best thing you could do now is interact back with them.
Well, how long did it take you to see your channel get past that standstill? And was it like an individual video? Because I've seen people, they do like a 10K calorie challenge, then you have, obviously you're with Athlete, then you have Russell, who, when the Athlete gym opened, everyone saw him and was like, what, like, how's this guy squatting like 585?
Yeah.
That was like that one thing that made people get past that standstill. Like, I've watched, obviously, like everybody else, I've been watching Christian Guzman for God knows how long now. Mm-hmm. And maybe like a month ago, he put a video where like he was like, you have like these like I don't know how long exactly he's been on, but like you have like these 2 3 years where you're like this, and the next thing you know, like exponentially it starts to grow up, and it's just a matter of having the consistency. But I feel like it's always one thing that sparks it.
Yeah, very often it is. There are people who will have that one video that even if it goes like semi-viral, just gets a lot of attention, that will grow the channel alone. And that's why a lot of people are doing this 10K calorie challenge. If that's your main goal, just to get followers, then something like that will probably bring you some attention. But I don't think that's the smartest approach. I guess it will bring attention to your channel, but what else do you have to offer? Like, is that your only good video and now they watch that and they never come back for more? Some people's channels do look like this. I know people who have been on YouTube for a long time and their channel never had that growth. I'm a perfect example of that. I've been doing this for a really long time and I used to get more views sometimes. Now things have gone down. YouTube has gotten really popular or saturated, whatever you want to call it. A lot of people, everyone has the ability to make a video and upload it. So a lot of it has to do with networking. Yes, collabs can help. So I say stay true to yourself. And again, just interact with the people who are giving you their time. I don't know if you follow Gary Vaynerchuk at all, but one of the most important things that he talks about is depth versus width. So a 10K calorie challenge video might get you 100,000 views, but how many of those people actually care about you? You know what I mean?
How many of them are going to stay around and watch from there on, or they're just going to see that one video?
Exactly.
Oh, this is cool, it's entertaining, and then next thing you know, they're not on your channel ever again.
Again, it comes down to, depth versus width. There are going to be, let's say you have 1 million followers on Twitter and you tweet something and 5 people retweet it or 2 people like it. Those followers are just numbers. It's a vanity thing. They don't mean anything. So it's more important to actually be able to have people who are engaging with you. So engagement is the biggest thing. I just say don't focus on the number, focus on the quality of, focus on the person behind that number, not just the number. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay.
This is like a 2-part thing. Not YouTube related, but so if you were to sit down, talk to your 15-year-old self, like your high school years, what advice would you give them? And then the same question, like I'm 19. So
Okay.
like your 15-year-old self, then your 19-year-old self. So I'm like halfway through college, I know what I want to do with myself. I have a good idea, but just like if you could look back and give yourself advice that you would have liked to follow when you were in those shoes.
Damn, you put me on the spot there. That's a really good question. The thing is, though, it's really hard to think about going back like that only because social media that exists now didn't exist back then. I'm not trying to date myself too much, but I'm 29, so when I was 15, I didn't have Facebook, I didn't have Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter. Like the fact that these social media platforms exist and how easy they've made it to connect with people. I mean, if I was 15 years old, I don't know if I'd be making YouTube videos if this was around, but working a lot harder than I did when I was younger. Yeah. And that's not to say you don't want to have fun during your teenage years, but at the same time, I think it's really important to kind of set goals for yourself even though you're young. Kind of pave the pathway to your future at a young age. I think that's really important to do. If you don't mind me asking, what is it that you see yourself doing or that you want to do?
Well, so, I told you I'm pretty local to you and I go to Stony Brook right now. Mm-hmm. I'm trying to transfer out. I started as a bio major, but now I'm actually going for accounting and a minor in French, and I want to end up working in the city for a little bit and then branch off into Europe, live in France for a little bit, and come back here maybe in like my mid-30s to 40s.
What is it that you want to do? Like if you move to France or if you take this accounting, do you want to be an accountant?
Well, I want to be an accountant when I'm here, and then I just, honestly, like when I'm in France, like I have to see how it goes, like, when I start to build myself up here, because I want to, I'm like a kind of all or nothing person. I want to become a CPA. I want to work here because I've got a few friends too who have done it, and it's like, as of now, that's what I want to do. And when I started, it was like in the back of my mind, I was like, I think this is what I want to do because my senior year of high school, I went to France. I was like, I need to end up back here. It was like one of those things that I haven't gotten that satisfaction out of anything else, and I feel like that speaks for itself. And it's kind of like the thing is like, I don't care what I'm doing there as long as it benefits others and I'm there and I'm happy.
That's what matters. Then that's what you gotta do, man.
Mm-hmm.
I would just say do that. It sounds like it's exactly what you want to do, and you're so damn young. You're 19 years old and you already know that that's what makes you happy, then do it.
Yeah.
If there's nothing that's actually holding you back, if there's nothing, no financial thing, if there's no family thing that's holding you here, and this is what you know will make you happy because you've done it before, or even if you haven't done it, you just want to experience it, then do it. The worst that can happen is you come back.
Exactly.
I would say do it, dude. I think that's awesome. And I would say document the whole thing. You're already on YouTube, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
You're gonna tell me people wouldn't love to see that? You traveling to France, living there. I think that's awesome.
I was gonna say this before. I feel like everyone, like, when you're starting up your channel, I feel like the people who like fail with it are the ones, as you said, the ones who want to go on for monetary reasons. I think those are the people who fail with it. And, like, if you have, like, I don't like using the word mission because, you know, just if you have like a mission for your channel and you know that there's something that separates you from all these other people, that's what's going to bring you further, regardless of if it's a year, 10 years, however long down the road, it's going to bring you further. It's just like, I'm trying to realize what it is that separates me from everything else, and I think I'm starting to figure it out. And it's like, it's weird because it's like at the point where, like, I don't want to say it's like do or die, but it's like, you know, I got to make my decision quick. And it's like, you know, everyone says it's like, oh, like, you're only 19, you know, you have your whole life ahead of you. But I'm in my second year of college. Like, I don't have too much more time to decide. I gotta make things, you know, I gotta decide quick, and I gotta keep going with it. I'm almost so set on what I want to do that it's just like, it's a matter of putting it into play now. And just,
that's it, though. That's what you got to do. You know, you know exactly what you want to do, and now it's just taking action. Because like so many times we get crippled by like what's going to happen or what should have happened or what could happen, but you know what you want to do. So I say just do it.
Yeah.
Who gives a shit if something goes wrong? You know, it's not like your life's over. You have a place to come back to. You know what I mean? And you said you're at that place where you're kind of finding out exactly what it is that separates you or what it is that you want to do. So roll with it. Like, don't hold yourself back and don't wait.
Yeah.
Like today, do something today that's going to help you get one step closer to what it is that you want to do.
Yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right. Yeah, that kind of like puts it into perspective. Like hearing it from somebody else, it's kind of like refreshing knowing I've been stressing over for the past 2 years.
Trust me, dude. Everyone does. Everyone stresses every single day, and some people are looking for the approval of others. You know, like if I look up to someone and they tell me to do something, I shouldn't do it because they told me to. It's kind of like reaffirming my own decision. Exactly. But that's something that you have to decide on your own. I could just hear the tone in your voice, and I could just see it in your face. It's something you want to do, so do it. It sounds like you got direction, and you're young, so I say run with it now.
Yeah, I appreciate it, man.
Of course, man.
Thank you.
Not a problem.
That's all of it for my questions. I appreciate it. This is a huge opportunity.
Dude, not a problem at all. And that's awesome that you go to Stony. You currently go to Stony Brook, or you?
Yes. I'm at Stony Brook, and I'm probably gonna end up at like Baruch or Binghamton within the next few years because I live 20 minutes away. I need to get like on my own and get that kind of experience because you don't get that anywhere else.
Yeah. All right, so I mean, you're not far, man. I went to Stony Brook. I graduated from there, so.
Know that.
Why don't we I got your contact information. Why don't we try and link up soon? We'll maybe get a lift in.
I mean, I can go out there. I told you I work at 2 different gyms, so if you want to come out here, I can go out there. It's up to you. I'm down for anything.
All right, so let's stay in touch and we'll set something up.
Yeah, of course.
Sound good?
Thank you.
All right, man. I'll talk to you soon. Thanks for coming on the call. I appreciate it.
No problem. Have a great day, man.
Take care, you too.
Bye.
Done. So that is how this is going to work. I still don't have a name for this. I like the show thing. I think it's cool. I know it's not a show. I do have 2 cameras, so it's like a production thing. But I really want you guys to help me come up with the name of this segment. So whether it's a show, some people have said like chat with Matt, U&A, I'm gonna call you. They like that idea because that's what I've been saying on Instagram. But leave some comments down below. Give me some ideas. Maybe if I use your idea, you'll get a call, or we'll figure something out where I'll pick a winner and I'll do a giveaway or something like that. So thank you guys, for hanging out. I do appreciate it. This is something that I'm really enjoying doing. I could just see, it's so cool for me because someone that's 19 years old, I mean, that was me 10 years ago, and I had no idea what I wanted to do. And like I mentioned, none of this social media thing was big back then. So the fact that I'm able to interact with people this easily and just give them 10 to 15 minutes of my time and try and help them out in some way. I don't have all the answers, but just having a conversation with them can help. Just like if I had a conversation with someone else, it can help me as well. So that's what I'm here to do, here to help people. As I mentioned earlier, it's about depth, not width. It doesn't matter how many people you have across the board, it's how many people you can connect with and engage with. So that's my goal here, and I'm really enjoying the series. So thank you guys again for watching. I appreciate it, and we'll talk to you in the next video. Peace.